She's back! And really, just in time.
Indiana Fever ended up dropping the news, man. She's back. Caitlin Clark is ready to play.
Caitlin Clark is cleared to play. Caitlin Clark is ready to play.
She's needed. She's very much so needed. The motion is gonna come back.
2 minutes ago, Caitlin Clark is back. The moment we've all been waiting for is here.
Caitlin Clark set to return from quad strain versus the Liberty.
All of the Caitlin Clark fans should be happy right now.
Caitlin Clark is set to make her return tonight as the Indiana Fever face off against the New York Liberty.
Her being back on the floor for a showdown with the New York Liberty is not only a boost to the Indiana Fever, but a boost to the entire league.
And it's a showdown you do not want to miss. Before we break down all the details, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment down below and let me know. Are you excited for Caitlin's return? Do you think the Fever can take down the Liberty with her back on the floor?
We saw the Fever with Caitlin Clark on the floor were able to go head-to-head with the Liberty.
Your opinion matters. Let's get this conversation started.
Look, Caitlin is back. People are excited. Like I stated, man, is that leg at 100%? Now, she is hitting a half-court shot here. Hey, man, look, she's on fire.
Caitlin Clark is the GOAT.
She signed my jersey. So happy, I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
Caitlin Clark effect seems to be crazier than year one.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
This is great news for women's basketball, period.
Caitlin Clark is finally back after missing 5 games due to that quad injury.
It is official. Caitlin Clark is returning to the lineup and will be available against the New York Liberty tomorrow. That is the last game that she played. Of course, before the quad injury, she missed a grand total of 5 games, which is seen.
And this is a moment we've all been waiting for. The team made the official announcement just hours ago, sending shockwaves through the league.
Caitlin Clark's absence has not only hit the Fever, but it has hit the WNBA as well. You know, a 50+% ratings drop since Caitlin Clark went out.
Caitlin's return isn't just a guess. It's backed by imaging and extensive team assessments that show there's no structural damage or lingering issues. This means we're not looking at a rushed comeback. We're looking at Caitlin at close to 100% health and ready to make a major impact.
Caitlin looks like if she's like 150% ready, I don't think they would bring her back if she was not, good to go.
There was imaging done to tell that my leg is okay. Like we're not guessing, we're not going off of feeling. So I can find confidence in that we know we weren't able to find anything or see anything, and that was kind of my all clear. I knew I was feeling really good, so that wasn't a surprise by any means that it looked that way when we had the imaging done. But yeah, I mean, I felt really good, and then honestly, just sprinting, as change of direction and sprinting in the game of basketball, that's the biggest part of it. So me feeling comfortable to be able to do those type of things and those type of movements, and I've been doing that for a little bit now, and I feel really confident in that. So after we saw the imaging,
Caitlin herself spoke to reporters after practice.
Anybody is worrying about that leg, they're like, look, Caitlin, we need you. She looks good. Looking at what she's doing right here, she looks good. She's moving back and forth on it. Turn around jumper? Wait a minute. Caitlin's in a different bag right now. She's doing her normal strut. She's between the legs, changing directions pretty well. So she looks good.
Emphasizing just how much this means to her and to her teammates. She said, "I'm feeling really good. Obviously, I wanted to be back as soon as possible, but we made sure I was 100%. This is a big game, and I'm excited to get back out there with my teammates." Caitlin also explained that this process was a true team effort with the medical staff, physical therapists, and coaches all working together to make sure there were no shortcuts. She used the time off to learn from the bench, watch the team's movement.
how can we put people in certain screening actions to get exactly what we want? Because, you come into a game, you have a scouting report, you have a game plan, but it's not always going to be exactly what you think. And it's obviously easier on the side. And I was talking to quite a few of my teammates. I'm like, I know it's so hard. Like when I'm out on the bench, it's easier for me to just process the action of what's going on.
And appreciate the game from a different perspective, adding depth to her understanding of the team's strategy. This is more than just Caitlin's return to the court.
This is prime time basketball, getting back on that court.
It's a turning point for the Fever season. With their superstar back, their offense can become faster, more aggressive, and much more dynamic.
She's going to help the offense tremendously because we see how stagnant they were last game, right?
Adding a powerful scoring threat that opposing defenses can't ignore. The moment Caitlin crosses that baseline, everything is about to change for the Fever and for the league.
And please tell us a 100% because I need the star down the stretch. Want to make sure CC is good for the long haul. That's what I'm saying.
Caitlin Clark's return isn't just a boost for her, it's a game changer for the entire Fever team. When Caitlin's on the floor, everything runs faster, everything opens up, and the team plays with a completely different energy and confidence.
I'm really excited. I think it's definitely been a process. I think the hardest part is when you begin to feel really good, and then it's just a process of working yourself back into actually getting up and down and getting out there with my teammates. And obviously that can be a little difficult at the same time when they're prepping for other games that I know I'm not going to be available in. But I think the medical staff, I have to give them a lot of credit. I think they did a really good job, and just have tried to control my mindset the whole time that I've been out and learn from the bench. I think it can teach you a lot of different things, and yeah, it was certainly a learning opportunity, and I think it's going to benefit me a lot throughout my career, just falling back and understanding certain moments like this. And
Caitlin's ability to score from anywhere, whether it's from deep range at the rim or off the dribble, creates space for her teammates and forces opposing defenses to make difficult choices. Are you going to double-team Caitlin and let someone else go free? Or do you try to account for everyone, opening up gaps for her to exploit? This is a team that's been battling without its superstar for weeks, and you could see the struggles. The offense was stagnant, the ball movement fell flat, and scoring drops fell off a cliff without her. But with Caitlin back in the mix, the Fever's offense immediately evolves and reaches its full potential.
Obviously I wanted to be back as soon as possible, but with this type of injury, it's just kind of like a day-to-day thing to see how I feel and see how my body responds to, everything that we're doing. And, honestly, over the course of the 2 weeks, I responded really, really well, which was positive. It's sometimes hard to tell exactly, how many layers of your quad were,
Play calling can become more sophisticated. Screen and roll action with Caitlin and Aaliyah Boston suddenly becomes a major threat, forcing defenses to collapse or overcommit. This in turn leaves shooters like Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, and Christy Wallace wide open on the perimeter, adding depth to their scoring attack. Additionally, Sophie Cunningham's return alongside Caitlin brings much-needed defensive toughness and versatility.
Sophie Cunningham is set to return for Indiana as well. Just adding to the good news coming out of Fever practice today, Cunningham has dealt with the ankle, Caitlin Clark, the quad injury.
Cunningham is a strong physical defender who can match up against multiple positions, from big forwards to explosive guards, adding much-needed stability on that side of the ball. She's a player who brings a veteran's calm and a defensive presence.
Caitlin Clark is the GOAT.
She signed my jersey. So happy, I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
Caitlin Clark effect seems to be crazier than year one.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
This is great news for women's basketball, period.
Freeing up Caitlin to do what she does best, creates scoring opportunities for herself and her teammates. Together, Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham make the Fever a much more well-rounded team.
I don't need to make up for lost time, just being patient and getting back into the flow of things, getting back into the flow of playing with my team. We changed a little bit of what we did on offense when I was out, just certain actions that we had to be more intentional in just because, we didn't play out pick and roll as much because that's what I like to do. And some of my teammates, that's not their best strength. They have other strengths, so playing to those strengths more. So just getting back into the flow of doing some of those types of things. But
poised to make a dramatic push up the standings. This is a moment that signals the Fever's turning point, their chance to become a team nobody wants to face in the second half of the season. With their superstar back, their defensive anchor healthy, and their confidence growing, the Fever are poised to make their mark and show the rest of the league what they're really made of.
Nice, she's back. Oh, nice, I can start watching again. Viewership is about to spike back up. The fans are ready. The WNBA may not be.
This is more than just another game. This is a turning point for the Fever's season and a showdown that could redefine their trajectory. The team finds itself at a crucial moment.
This team has no depth. They're losing all of their depth. This team can't guard the pick and roll. They cannot guard the pick and roll. They cannot guard the CCAB pick and roll.
Where a win tonight could be a major momentum shift and a powerful message to the rest of the league. The New York Liberty and the team currently sitting at the top are vulnerable. They're battling injuries to 2 key starters, and their depth is thinning by the day. This sets up a dramatic opportunity for the Fever to shock everyone and make a strong case for their future. The significance of this cannot be overstated. With Caitlin Clark back alongside Sophie Cunningham, the Fever have their 2 most versatile and game-changing players back on the floor at a time when the Liberty are wrestling with a growing list of injuries.
Caitlin Clark is here to stay and, be a top star for a long time.
And a thinning rotation. This means the Fever can exploit matchups, control the pace, and maximize their scoring, putting the league's best team on its heels. Picture this: Caitlin extending defenses with her range, forcing a high aggressive closeout, then dropping a pinpoint pass to Aaliyah Boston for a strong finish at the rim, or kicking it out to Kelsey Mitchell for a corner 3. This kind of synergy can make all the difference when you're battling a team as strong as the Liberty. Furthermore, this is a moment to gauge the character and resiliency of the team. When faced with adversity, injuries, roster moves, tough losses, do the Fever fold or do they rise? This game is a major opportunity for them to rise and show the world what they're made of. Aari McDonald's departure was a tough but realistic decision due to roster constraints.
What will Caitlin Clark return to the Indiana Fever mean for Aari McDonald?
Caitlin Clark will be playing WNBA emergency hardship exception requirements. We have wave guard Aari McDonald.
But that makes Caitlin's return even more dramatic. The team made a choice to prioritize their future while honoring the contributions of a player who stepped up when they needed her most. And now with their superstar back, the Fever can come together, unite, and pursue their ultimate goals. A return to the postseason, a chance to make a deep run, and a new era powered by their young, passionate roster. The showdown with the Liberty isn't just another game. This is a defining moment.
She's going to find a spot. That's not that. I don't think that's a debate right now. She's been the ultimate pro. She came in ready to go. She had watched, such a large amount of film just on her flight in here that you could tell already her high IQ. She's a dog, and we're going to miss her certainly. What she brought to the table for us and being able to come in at the point guard position and just really impact us right away was huge. But yeah, she's not going to have a problem finding a job.
If the Fever can come together and outperform a team battling injuries, this might be the spark that ignites their quest for something greater. Caitlin's return signals the start of something new, a chance for redemption, for a dramatic transformation, and for the team to make its mark on the rest of the league. This is a game you do not want to miss, a game that could be a turning point in their season. So grab your snacks, settle in, and get ready for a showdown, because the Fever are back and they're not going down without a fight.
She's already starting on fire, man. She's ready to go. Look, jersey lifted up. Oh, throwing the jersey. Swing it around your head like a helicopter, then leaves the building. All right.
And that's what's at stake tonight. Caitlin Clark is back, Sophie Cunningham is healthy, and the Fever are poised to make a powerful comeback, starting against the team sitting at the top of the standings. This is their moment to send a message to the rest of the league, a moment to show they're not just here to compete, they're here to win. The showdown against the Liberty is more than just a game. It's a turning point in their season.
Caitlin Clark always show love to her fans.
So we're going on vacation to Las Vegas, and we are going to go see Caitlin Clark at the Indiana Fever against the Aces.
No way! We already have tickets.
Really?
Really?
Thank you.
Row A. No one in front of us, but we're the very top level. That's all we can do.
Correlation stated, Caitlin Clark saw the video. I hope the little girl has the best time at the game. So I'm guessing the mom wrote a comment under Caitlin Clark post or whatnot. She stated, "My daughter is so excited to see you play in Vegas, praying a Hail Mary for your speedy recovery and hoping you'll be able to play by then. Hashtag Caitlin Clark, hashtag Indiana Fever." Caitlin Clark immediately, well, 6 minutes later, stated, check your DM. Caitlin goes out her way for the people that support her.
Whatever happens tonight, we know this team's future is looking a whole lot brighter with Caitlin back in action.
We saw the Caitlin Clark effect last season. We saw the influx of millions of new fans, billions of dollars in revenue that came to the WNBA, and that was supposed to come to the WNBA this season.
You can't win a game without Caitlin Clark.
The Fever have a chance to redeem their struggles, to make a dramatic push up the standings, and to become a team that nobody wants to face in the postseason. So make sure you're tuned in, grab your snacks, and watch every moment. This is a game you do not want to miss. Drop a comment down below and let me know your predictions. How much will Caitlin score tonight? Do you think the Fever can take down the Liberty? I want to hear from you. Let's keep this conversation alive in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more WNBA news and highlights. This is just the beginning. The best is yet to come for Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever.